Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Geneva. I'm Celia Owen.
And I'm Andrew Wilkie. Today we have some special information on the halftime show for tonight's football game.
And a look into how you can help save the environment. All that and so much more because GTV News
starts right now.
Everything changes.
Welcome back, Geneva. Here are your morning announcements for Friday, October 4th, 2019.
Get ready for the battle of the season with the Geneva vs. Batavia Crosstown Classic football game tonight. We'll continue the tradition of competing for a cause by buying rivalry t-shirts like the one I am wearing right now. The shirts will be sold during all lunch periods today. The proceeds for Geneva will be going to the Living Well Cancer Resource Center, and Batavia sales will support Cal's Angels. So make sure to get a shirt and support the team at Burgess tonight.
And at the game, you'll be able to see the halftime performance that was canceled because of rainy weather last Friday. The marching band had been practicing all week for a halftime show that will involve students, staff, and a special theme. The band director says you can expect the unexpected.
But there's some props that are in it. There's some costumes that are involved in it. I think it's hilarious. I'm hoping that the audience will too. So it's just anytime you do something different, it's fun. It's exciting.
The band director says luckily they were able to keep the time and the performance as planned.
The girls golf team is on a roll. The varsity team took second place at the Duquesne Conference Tournament this week. Reese Clark, Kaylin Johnson, and Avery Frick placed 4th, 5th, and 6th. The JV team took first place at their conference tournament. Lexi Layden, Rosa Demaray, Nora Novak, and Sydney Corneray placed 1st, 4th, 9th, and 10th overall. This Wednesday night, the Lady Vikes took on the Crystal Lake Tigers in 2 tough matches. The first match was back and forth game between the two teams, and senior Mary Kate McCormick kept it close with 2 kills, making the score 20-19. Along with McCormick, junior Devin Day rose the score to 24-23, but unfortunately a kill by the Crystal Lake Tigers ended the match. The girls kept that pace early in the second match with a close score of 13-12 halfway through, but after a 7-2 run by the Tigers, Geneva fell behind and the game went to Crystal Lake. While this was a loss for the Vikings, the girls finished strong with Anna Loberg totaling 16 assists and 12 digs, and Loyola bound Grace Hinchman finishing with 12 digs. Great job, ladies, and good luck next week.
The GHS assessment room has been open for a few weeks now, and the instructor in charge says she's seen a steady flow of students using the facility. Students can take a test or quiz they missed in a quiet environment. It's in room EE 188 inside the library, and it has convenient hours.
The assessment center is open as early as 7 a.m. and all the way till 4 o'clock. And over 150 students have stopped by.
Now has two people to monitor the room.
SAD Club meeting will be Tuesday, October 8th at 7:10 a.m. and 2:55 p.m. in EE 191. This is an important meeting, so be sure to contact Mrs. Meister if you cannot make it.
Bonjour. If you want to experience eating like they do in Paris, French Club will be having a cafe-style party on October 9th after school in the community room from 2:50 to 3:45. Activities include cooking, eating, and making posters. See Madame Bello to sign up if you have any questions. You don't want to miss this opportunity to make new friends and try new food. The head of the French Club, Madame Bello, is also heading up a movement here at GHS to help save the environment.
It's called Fridays for the Future, and the idea all started with a teenager who wanted to make a difference. Take a look.
Greta Thunberg. Teen climate activist Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg. Climate activist Greta Thunberg is back on dry land after 15 days at sea.
Even though Greta Thunberg is sailing across the ocean, she is making waves right here in Geneva.
I've been inspired by a Swedish activist. Her name is Greta Thunberg. She's only 16 years old. She is a global phenomenon, and she didn't do this for fame, but for concern for the earth.
Just like Greta had hoped, her actions have set off a chain of events, and Madame Bello has inspired a movement here at Geneva.
Our inspiration for this came from our French teacher, Madame Bello. She thought it would be a great initiative to help support the environment.
Started as just as our French class, and basically we want to initiate small change rather than trying to take bigger steps.
Greta's initial splash is rippling through the halls of Geneva High School, and it's collecting more and more students, creating our very own Fridays for the Future.
Fridays for Our Future is a collection of people, and every Friday we try to do something nice for the environment. We'll take short showers, carpool to school, or make sure we recycle and don't bring in plastic water bottles.
I want to see improvements, and even if everybody just does a few actions a week that they weren't doing before, it has a valuable impact.
It's not really a club, it's a movement, and we just want everyone to pick something small and just every Friday do that small action just to make a small change in the environment.
And while everyone's reasoning is different, Madame Bello holds her students and their futures in her heart.
I want you to have a clean and wonderful world for your futures so that you are not burdened with the mistakes of the generations before you.
What started with one 16-year-old girl has inspired many. For GTV News, I'm Celia Owen reporting.
Make sure that you try to do some things today that will help save our Earth and keep our planet clean.
And now here's 3 to know before we go.
A reminder to grab your t-shirt for the rivalry game during your lunch period today.
There will be a pink out for the game at Burgess tonight.
And a special shout out to GTV's very own Carly Rasmussen and Eliza Peters for being nominated for a Student Emmy Award. Congratulations, girls.
And now time for the picture of the week. It's from last week's homecoming bonfire after the annual Blue and White Night. It was sent in by a GHS sophomore. Thank you so much.
Well, Geneva, that looks like all the news we have for you today. I'm Celia Owen.
And I'm Andrew Wilkie. Have a fantastic Friday, Geneva.